Hi and welcome to today's full body workout. Today we're going to be using two marvelous props. We're using the FitBall, also known as the swissball and the stability ball, and also some light weights. Mine are just 1.25 kilograms, so stay light and just slow it down if it feels easy. I hope you enjoy this fabulous full body workout. Let's get started. Okay everybody, let's get started. So we're going to get nice and warmed up. We're just going to stand up, bring the elbows out to the side, and then just come back down. Standing up, pushing the elbows out, and coming back down. So just warming up your lower body and your upper body. Try not to lose the ball. Try not to let the ball roll away and end up on the floor. That wouldn't be so good. And just breathe. And now let's add a reach of the arms out and then come back down. Breathe in, breathe out, reach. And then come back down. Let's do 5 more, reaching, coming back down, and 4, and it might well move away, but keep you on your toes, that's for sure, and 3, 2, and 1, and then just sit on the ball, come back down. So elbows are just next to your rib cage. You're just going to begin by just opening the arms out and then coming back in. Just getting a nice connection into your back muscles. So you're trying to move from the shoulder blades. Anyone who's done any of my upper body workout knows how important it is to try to connect into your back when you do these movements, as opposed to moving from your hands. Okay, let's spice it up a little bit. You're going to open the arms out to the side and then you're going to reach them out, bring them back in, come back in. So breathing in, opening out, and then slide them across the back of that imaginary wall. So try not to let the arms travel too far forwards. Try to keep them back and behind you without your back arching. So really challenging your range so that you use the back of the arms as opposed to the front of the arms. Now let's add in, you stand, you reach, pull them back in, sit back down. So you stand and you reach, bring them back in, come back down. Lovely. Let's do 5 more. Reach, breathing in, breathing out, reach, 4, and 3, 2, last one, reach, come back in. Now you're going to bring your right hand alongside your body, your left hand you're going to reach up and over and side bend over towards the right. Bring it back in, swap sides, hand reaches down, reach up and over. So the weights really give you a different sense for your side bend here. Try to really keep the weight in the middle of your body so you can really feel if your body is shifting on this ball towards the side that you're leaning in towards. So really driving that hip down. So as you reach the right hand up and over, drive that right hip down and just breathe. Let's stay doing these for another 4. And reach up and over, 3, 2. Again, don't let that hand travel too far forwards alongside your body, and 1. You're going to bring your feet a little bit closer together now. We're going to go into some tricep reaches. So I want you to hinge forward and then sit up tall. So stay with me. You're sitting up nice and tall. As you reach the triceps back, you hinge forward. So your elbows stay. I'm just going to show you from the side off, but keep going. Your elbows stay tight to your ribs. You sit up tall and then you reach and you hinge. So you really try to squeeze into those triceps. Don't just chuck the arms back and hope for the best. Keep the elbows close to your ribs and the elbows still and tight on your body, and breathe and reach long through the spine. Keep going. I'm going to turn back to face you, but keep going and breathing and reaching for 5. Squeeze into the back of those arms, and 4. So don't round through your spine, lengthen through your spine, lift up and out of your waist. 3, 2, all the way back. Stay there, straight arms. We're going to lift up a few inches and down a few inches, maybe just sit at the top. Reach up, come back down, lifting away, come back down. So really try to push those weights into the wall behind you. Try to lift those arms, pushing the weight from the top of the arms and not from the hands, and breathe for 5. Chest proud, 4, spine long, stomach engaged, 3, 2, and 1. Amazing. Now you're going to keep that narrow stance. Now we're going to do some legs and arms together, but we're going to break them down. So we're going to start with the arms, then do the legs, and then combine them. So sitting up nice and tall, you're going to breathe in, elbows stay bent. You're just going to float that left arm up and then come back in. Swap sides, right elbow lifts up and come back in. So you're trying to really move from your back. 1 more on each side, coming up and then coming down. Then you're going to step the right foot out and bring it back in. And the left foot steps out and you bring it back in. So just challenging your balance and challenging your range. And now let's combine them. Step and reach, come back in. Step and reach the opposite leg to the opposite arm, come back in. Not as easy as it looks. It's quite hard to stay centered on the ball. Try not to fall off the ball, please. For 5. And lift up 4. And reach 3. 2. And 1. Come back in. Now let's go back to a wider stance. Feet are open nice and wide. You're going to reach that right hand to the inside of that left foot, straighten out that right leg and reach the left hand up. And then bring it back in. This time straighten the left leg, bring that left arm down and reach that right arm up. Come back in. So a bit of a stretch and some strengthening too with the weights and reaching it up for 4. Breathing, and 3, 2, and 1, and then coming back, facing forwards. Now I'm just going to swivel around. Your feet are going to be in a narrow stance now. You're going to sit up nice and tall. Your feet are a little bit further in front than at 90 degrees at the knee joint. You're going to breathe in, you're going to tuck your tailbone in, and you're going to roll back down. And then you're going to slowly scoot the stomach in, come back up. Let's do that 1 more time, pushing. And just when you get down to the bottom, just check, are your knees at 90 degrees when you're lying on your back? And adjust accordingly to make sure they are. On the next one, you're going to tuck and roll, and you're going to reach the arms straight up. Breathing in, breathing out, coming back up. Breathing in, tucking under, reaching the arms up. Now keep the arms straight, breathe in, breathe out. Lengthen up through the spine. Keep the arms straight. Breathe in, tuck under, reach those arms up. Eye line straight ahead. Your head's not dropping back. We're not going to go into any extension or arch yet. That is to come. Breathe in, breathe out, scoop. Arms reaching up to the ceiling. Eye line straight up, not behind you. 2 more. And then we're just going to add a little bit more in with the arms and in with the spine. Last one, breathing in, breathing in, breathing in, breathing out, come back up. Okay, on this next one, we're going to start in the same way. You're going to tuck under, but then you're going to reach the arms back. Now just be mindful of the weights, and you're going to circle them around, reach them forwards, and slowly come back up. So just start slow, start gently. It's going to feel different with the weights there, circling them around. Bring them on the diagonal, and then it's as though you're being pulled all the way up. Breathe in, breathe out, scoot the stomach in, tuck, reach the arms around, nice big circles. Arms go on the diagonal, and you're being pulled back up. How you are doing? 2 more, and then we're going to stay down, reaching out, and then coming up. On this next one, you're going to do the same start. You're going to stay there with the arms reaching up to the ceiling. You're going to open the arms out to the side and then bring them back up. Open them out to the side and then bring them back up. So don't open out so far that your chest pops forward and your rib cage pops forward. Keep the ribs and the stomach connected. Let's do 3 more, moving from your back. And 2. Lovely. And 1. Now nice and slowly let your head rest back. Now just be careful, just adjust your position accordingly. I'm just going to push the work a little bit more, just so it feels more comfortable. So your head is supported, your stomach's engaged, your feet are firmly on the floor. Just make sure you've got your balance, you've got your stability. You're going to float that right arm straight up and all the way alongside your body, and then bring it back down, or only as far as you can control everything. Left side floats forward alongside your body, and then you slowly come back out. So take your time. If it doesn't feel right for you, then please don't do it. You mustn't do stuff where you're feeling concerned or worried, because then you're going to tense up in all the wrong places. So just instead, if it feels too much, just enjoy the nice back reset. Just breathe. Let's do 2 more on each arm. Lovely. 1 more on the right arm. And last one coming up on the left arm. And reaching. And coming back in. And nice and carefully bringing your hands up, bringing your head with you, and peeling all the way up. Now nice and carefully just kind of sit your butt down on, I don't know why I would say down, but on the mats, so the ball is directly behind you. So really make sure that you're as close to the ball as possible, because it will feel better if you're really close up to the ball. We can do a little bit of mobility, but also some strengthening too. But I love the feeling of the ball against your back for this one, and the support that you can get. But if it doesn't feel right for you, then please don't do it. So you're going to reach your hands forward, and just to begin with, spine stays neutral, you're not moving. Just going to push those elbows out wide onto the ball behind you. Breathing in, breathing out, reaching them forward again. So try to lead with the elbows, try to keep the ribs connected so you're not arching through the back. You're feeling your stomach engagement as the elbows come back, and you're breathing. Stay with me for another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Brilliant. Come back in. This time you're going to reach up and over with the arms, and they're only going to go as far as is comfortable. You don't need to bring them all the way back onto the ball if that doesn't feel nice. You're keeping them straight and strong, and then sit up nice and tall. Bring the weights, just hover them off the mat. So they're not resting on the mat. You breathe in, you breathe out, you reach up and over. So wonderful way to get that upper back extension, that thoracic mobility. Reaching up and over for 3. And 2. Let's turn these into circles on this next one. Reaching up and over, circling out and around, and then coming back up all the way to your seated position. Rolling back, reaching up and around, and then coming back up. Last one in this direction. Breathe in, breathe out, reach up and over, and then come back in. Let's swap directions. Breathe in, reaching under, and then all the way up and over to come back in. Breathe in, breathe out, reach. Really great upper body work, really great back extension work, and just should feel really good. Lovely. Last one. Up and over, and then coming back in. Okay, let's now do some prone work lying on the FitBall. So you're going to turn around, and you're just going to make sure the FitBall is right in the middle of your body, and you're still holding on to those weights. So you're finding your straight leg position. So you're just going to lie on your tummy, and making sure your neck is nice and long, your eye line isn't drawing towards the ball or up and away from the ball. It's just straight down onto the mat in front of you. You're going to find your stability, find your center, put a little bit more weight into your right hand. You're just going to pull that left elbow up alongside your body, and then bring that left arm down. Swap sides. Breathe in, breathe out, lifting up, and then come back down. So you're just finding your center. You're trying to engage your stomach muscles so that your weight doesn't heavily shift from one side to the other side. You're just getting familiar with this position. Now let's add a reach as you bring that elbow to your side. Breathe in, so similar to the tricep presses we did just before on the ball, and now you're lying prone, so your back of your body is working a lot harder as well as your triceps. And just breathe. Lovely. Let's do 4 more. And your obliques are working hard too with the single arm work, because you're stabilizing through the other side, otherwise you fall off the ball. 2 more, reach, come back in. Last one, reach, come back in. Okay. And now you've got both arms down, a little bit further forward, you're going to lift both legs up and then you're going to bring them back down. Just lifting and reaching both legs away, and you're still staying with a neutral spine, and then you come back down. So you're just squeezing, lengthening, reaching the legs away. And you're just nice and still with your upper body. Reach them away for 5, really great. For the glutes, reach them away so you're being pulled, those feet are being pulled away from your head. For 3, 2, and 1. I would recommend a nice wide stance for the next bit of work, your single arm work. You're going to reach the left arm out to the side and then slowly bring it down. Find your stability in the left arm first before you reach the right arm out to the side. It's much harder than one would expect. So really transfer the weight before you lift the hand. And really try to keep the body nice and still in space. So the wider you are with the feet, the less challenging it is. If you have your feet in a really narrow stance, it's really, really hard. So play around with it. If you're feeling like it's easy and it's no problem, then walk your feet a bit closer together. If it feels just too precarious, then just walk your feet out wider. Should feel pretty challenging though for 3, 2. Let's hold this left arm out and breathe and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Swap arms. Breathe in, breathe out. Reach the hand away for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that hand back down. Now we're going to do some single arm reaching forward. So you're going to transfer again the weight into your right hand before you float your left hand forward and then come back down. Breathe in, breathe out, reaching it forwards and then come back down. So just like with the last one, find your stability. Make sure you're pushing through the arm that's on the floor before you lift the floating arm. And lovely, keep going. Floating it forward, come back in. Floating it forwards, bringing it back down. Last 4. And reach 3. Make sure your chest isn't sinking down, your neck is long 2. And 1. Amazing. Back down on the mat. Lovely. Now let's just come off the ball. Let's swivel around. We're just going to finish off with a mix of both mobility and strengthening. So the ball is in front of your left knee. This is your position with your legs. You're in a high kneeling position. You're still holding both weights in each hand. So the ball is in front of that left thigh bone. You're going to roll the ball to the left on the diagonal with the left hand. You're going to reach the right hand up to the ceiling and then come back down. Just stay working in that direction, just reaching it up and coming back down. So what you can't see is my leg is just staying straight and strong, and the knee, and you're staying lifted out of that left knee. You're just rolling the ball to maybe give you that little bit extra reach. Let's do 3 more. Reaching out for 3. Now let's try to bring that hand now, that right arm, all the way in a straight line with that right leg. So it's just one nice straight line. Lovely. Let's do 2 more. Reaching it away. 2. And 1. Come back in. And now let's do a roll forward and then come back in. Rolling forward. So now what you're not seeing is I'm hinging down as I roll forward. So the right leg is staying straight and strong. And then we're going to add in a reach of the left arm as you hinge and push that ball forward. And reach and breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back in and let's immediately swap sides and do the same thing on the other side. So this time your left leg is out to the side. So you're going to roll the ball on the right diagonal and reach that left arm. In the beginning it's not going all the way in a straight line. You're just going to build into that and you're breathing, lengthening up and out of that waist, starting to increase the range with that left arm. So it's in a straight line and a reach, and you're breathing for 5. Really nice way to stretch and mobilize, but also strengthen the body for 4, All about stretch and strength for 3, 2, last one, and reach. And now we're going to add in the reaches forward with the ball and the hinge down. Just to begin with, just do a couple without incorporating that right arm, and then we're going to reach the right arm out and then bring the ball back in. Breathe in, breathe out, reach, come back in. So left leg is straight and strong, and you're breathing for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Amazing. Well, we are finished. I hope you really enjoyed that. I hope you got some good strengthening and some good mobility work too. Have a lovely rest of your day. Take care. If you want to have access to loads more effective and speedy workouts, then please do download my app. The link is coming up here. If you download my app, you'll get a 7-day free trial period and a chance to try out loads of different workouts and workout challenges. If it's not for you, then you can cancel at any time, no questions asked. But hopefully you'll love it and you'll really enjoy it. You'll find it really effective and we can get fit and strong together.